What's the worst thing your parents have done when you really needed them? I'm 31, single mom to Gregory, and we've been on our own since he was 2. His dad moved across the country for a fresh start and sends birthday cards with $20 inside twice a year. Once on Christmas, once on Gregory's birthday. Sometimes he remembers, sometimes he doesn't. I've been working at the same company for 4 years, in an administrative role that pays the bills but not much else. Between rent, childcare, and Gregory's asthma medication, it's a constant juggling act. For the past 6 months, I've been putting in extra hours, taking on special projects, and basically doing everything possible to position myself for a promotion to executive assistant that would mean a salary bump. That might not sound like much to some people, but for us it's the difference between constantly checking my bank account before grocery shopping and actually being able to breathe a little. My boss Andrew had been dropping hints that I was the frontrunner, and finally scheduled my interview for Friday at 2 p.m. I had everything planned perfectly. Gregory would be at school. I'd take a long lunch for the interview and be back at my desk by 3:30. Except Wednesday night, Gregory started coughing. Not his normal cough. That deep, barking seal cough that always means his asthma is flaring up. By Thursday morning, he had a fever of 100.3, and I knew there was no way he could go to school Friday. I called in sick Thursday to take him to the pediatrician, who prescribed a steroid and said Gregory needed to rest for at least 48 hours. When we got home, I immediately called my mom. This is where I made my first mistake. I assumed that given the circumstances, she would help. My parents live about 25 minutes away in the same suburban development they've been in since I was born. My dad is semi-retired and my mom doesn't work. They go out to dinner 3 times a week, take weekend trips to their lake house, and generally live a comfortable life. They've always been emotionally distant, but they've occasionally watched Gregory in true emergencies. When I called my mom and explained the situation, there was this long pause on the phone. Then she said, "And I wish I was making this up. Oh honey, this weekend isn't good for us. Your father and I are going to the Williams anniversary party Saturday, and I need Friday to get my hair done and prepare. You know how these things are." I reminded her that this promotion would mean financial stability for her only grandson. I wasn't asking her to watch Gregory for the weekend, just for 2 hours on Friday afternoon. 2 hours. She sighed that long, suffering sigh I've heard my whole life and said she just couldn't rearrange everything last minute, and that maybe this was a sign I needed to reevaluate my priorities as a mother. I hung up before I said something I'd regret. Then I called everyone else I could think of. Friends, neighbors, even Gregory's friends' parents from school. But with such short notice and him being sick, nobody could help. I tried calling my boss to reschedule, but he was in meetings all day. I left a message with Isla and HR explaining my situation and asking if we could move the interview to Monday. Friday morning, I got the response. Andrew had a packed schedule the following week, and Juliet from HR explained they needed to make a decision by Tuesday. The interview had to happen Friday or not at all. I was devastated, but replied that I understood and would have to withdraw from consideration. Gregory spent Friday alternating between watching cartoons and napping on the couch while I tried not to cry every time I thought about what this meant for us. Around 4 p.m., my phone buzzed with a text from my mom. "How did the interview go? Did you make it work?" I stared at my phone in disbelief. It was like she had completely forgotten our conversation. Or maybe in her mind, I was supposed to magically solve the problem without her help. I didn't respond. Saturday morning, another text. "We're heading to the Williams party. You and Gregory should come by for dinner tomorrow. I'm making pot roast." As if nothing had happened. As if she hadn't just cost me the opportunity I'd been working toward for months. I finally called her Sunday morning while Gregory was watching TV. I told her we wouldn't be coming for dinner, and that I was hurt by her refusal to help when I needed her most. Her response? "You can't expect me to drop everything every time you have a crisis. I raised you, and now raising Gregory is your responsibility." Because here's the thing. My parents have no idea what's coming. They think I'll just forgive and forget. And honestly, I can't wait to watch them face the consequences of what they've done. I can't tell you what happened next in this short video. The full story is on the channel, link below.